Face-to-face with developers, let's go. This is one of the things they do in Rise of Kingdoms. This is the official Rise of Kingdoms Discord channel, and they release face-to-face with developers. These are more like changes they're working on, different feedback from players and their response to it. These are actually better than patch notes in my opinion, okay? Because they actually tell you what they're thinking. And we can go through all of this, but we really want to go down to one question and one question only. And that comes with question 7. We're going to talk about that because get wrecked, Cav players. Pincer 2 is coming. So stick around while we go through this. We'll skim through this other stuff, and we'll talk about Pincer 2 coming into the game and what that means for everybody right now. Hey, everybody. I am your boy, War Daddy Chatsky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms all the time. And if you enjoy these videos, please throw a thumbs up. Give it a like. If you're not subscribed, consider doing so. And oh, by the way, new announcement yesterday. We are now back to our video giveaways, back by popular demand. You guys wanted it. I'm giving it to you. Okay. We are doing our video giveaways. We did this for the month of April and May. It was wildly successful. I took the month of June off, and people lost their minds. They needed it back. So we're giving it back to you. We're going to give you a $10 flux for every single video. All you have to do to enter to win is comment down below. So the previous video that we had, I'll have a card in the top. It was about the new matchmaking for the big KVK and 2359, where my second account is, and 606 and other KVKs. We went through all of that. So here's the comment. Zorro, my boy, let's go, Chad. I hope we have you back in 2359 War Voice in War Voice chat to offer that garrison and bring some hype. I'm going to run 2 KVKs at the same time. I'm going to run dual screens, and I'm going to probably garrison a lot 2359. So Zorro is talking about that. Randomly select these comments. So if you want to enter to win, all you got to do is comment down below. That's all you got to do. It's a $10 flux. Zorro, you win it. I'll hook up with you, buddy. I'll make sure you get you taken care of. But the $10 flux is now giving away for every single freaking video. All you have to do to enter to win is put a comment down below. So from there, let's get into this, baby. It is the rock face-to-face with developers. Now, I'm going to spare you a lot of this other stuff. You got... Basically, in a nutshell, you've got alliance mobilization with question 1. We'll go through it real quick, where you've got quality of life changes, all right? They're talking about the toolkit. Anybody that doesn't know what the toolkit is, man, it's really, really simple. Let me kind of show you guys how this thing works. The toolkit is over here in this building right here, this notice board building. You can hit this icon and it takes you to a website that's got the rock toolkit. I encourage everybody to go do it. I'll do a video on that later on to kind of show everybody what that's all about, okay? So they're making optimizations for domain stuff in the toolkit. Question 3, reducing the grind. They've already talked about how they're going to reduce the grind even more. They're going to add more items to the acclaim shop to further reduce healing costs. That's the biggest takeaway from that. Now when you go into KVK, you have an acclaim currency you can get, and you can go get reduced healing costs for governors. That's the biggest thing that they said there. Question 4 was about the stockpile of all those different items that you have. Well, they've already done this, and they did it in the previous update when they basically took a bunch of the resource production boosts and converted those. They took Deceptive Troop, they made it anti-scouting. Like Deceptive Troops and anti-scouting, like what? Like we don't need anti-scouting at all. Anyways, they talk a little bit about that. Then in question 5, they talk about a dual-based gameplay, okay? This is an actual cool thing that they were going to do when it came to the core mechanics under the development of the outline below. This is a standard of honor gameplay they're thinking they're going to start out with, and it has to do with building an alliance building and then being able to enter a dual period with that alliance building. The dual buildings that they have in the alliance, it's separate from KVK. They reference in here that you're not going to take deads in the field, or you're not going to take deads trying to go get this building. Rather than that, you'll take sev wounds, okay? And so they're adding mechanics for different battle gameplay modes that don't really, they're outside of the KVK normal standard mode. So you don't take deads on these buildings, and you get rewards, you get different benefits if you can keep that building up, or if you take the building down from the enemy. So I don't want to get too deep into this. It's kind of a cool theory, or a cool theory craft as far as potential ideas for this, but I'd rather wait to see how they're going to play this thing out. That's not the important thing of this particular Q&A with developers, because we got something bigger to get into. Now they talk about the Trojan War in question 6 and how there's a gameplay mode like the Olympian Arena we have in the Trojan War. They're working on something that's going to extend this to all KVKs, and because the Olympian Arena is really, really fun and great to play with. So with that, the Olympian Arena is now in a different format, gonna be looked at to be put into other KVKs, which is a lot of fun. It gives us something else to do in KVKs, because God knows we've got, weeks on end of doing nothing, okay? And then, of course, you see the response here where we got a bunch of poop being thrown on there because people don't care, all right? But that's not what they're doing here. They're actually throwing this up for question 7. And here's the problem. All right, this is the biggest takeaway from the Q&A with developers. I'd like to learn more about upcoming formations so I can better plan my progress. Huh? What? Thank you for your interest, Governor. We currently plan to release, what is this? Pincer 2 formation? What? Around August 2026. What, is that going to come out before Delta? Oh my God, rip Cavs. Like, guys, listen, I've always been a Cavs simp, and I always complain about the Cavs, but this is just atrocious. It is like a big FU middle finger to Cavalry player. Look at how many, poop emojis this gets. And let me explain why. Okay, first of all, let's read this. At the same time, we'll be enhancing the formation's effect to give it more distinct role in the smite damage system. Guys, Pincer is already cracked. Oh my God. Based on our current design, the upgraded Pincer formation is expected to provide a 12% smite damage bonus. Oh my God. Before its official release, all governors will have an opportunity to review these changes. What is this? Guys. Okay. Let's review real quick, all right? We just got wedge formation a handful of months ago, and wedge 2.0 formation a handful of months ago. And really, it's about the rares and special inscriptions of wedge 2.0. As you see here, now you have rares and special inscriptions for the wedge 2.0 formation. So now they're going to take Pincer. Keep in mind, for the record, all right, Delta has been in the game 9 months longer than Pincer. Okay, so just by order of operations here, Delta should be the next to get an upgrade. Delta's getting old, y'all. It is the weakest of the 3 troop types, hands down. It's not even a question, okay? And now they're going to give us Pincer before Delta. This is already cracked, y'all. This is already freaking cracked. These special inscriptions are already crazy for Sun Tzu and BQ and Luce. So they're just going to skip Delta? Huh? That makes 0 sense. They're going to skip Delta. They're going to give a bonus. Instead of 10%, it'll be 12%. And then they're going to give us new Pincer 2 formation special and rare inscriptions. Oh my God. Cavs players, we don't even have 4 SOC combo commanders. We're still behind, y'all. We've got a scuffed gear or a armament set in Delta where we desperately need to enhance this thing. All right, Cavs have fallen behind so much because Pincer's already busted. It's already good. What the hell are we doing? Are you kidding me? This is all crazy good. It's crazy. You ask anybody. Ask the War Council with Billick, Dom, and Daver. Ask anybody who knows anything about this game, and they will tell you, pound for pound, Pincer is insanely good compared to Delta and compared to Wedge 1. That's why they had to make a Wedge 2.0. So Wedge 2.0 now gets their enhancements, and it's now just as good as Pincer now. That's where I would rate Wedge 2.0. If I had to go through this and say, okay, now that Wedge 2.0 has come into the game, it just got on par with Pincer. Maybe it's a little bit better, but it just got on par because Pincer was so broken and cracked. I have so many videos about this. It's insane. Delta has fallen behind, but now they say, what? You say you're going to do Pincer 2.0 before you do Delta? Are you kidding me? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. In addition to that, like I said, boys, we don't even have the Delta commanders, the combo commanders. We've got Gang Gang, we've got Achilles, and we've got half of Arthur. Like, Arthur has to be a primary commander. He's not even a true combo commander, primary or secondary. We're over here having to, like, guys, Cav players, we're just excited about the potential of Vercingetorix because he works with Arthur. Like, what are we doing? We don't even have the SOC Cav commanders. We got to rely on Philip or Hector to makeshift a 2-March lineup for Cavalry. That's where we're at. Now, we do have Attila, and this is a way, I guess, to put out Smite in Pincer 2.0. Another way to nerf Attila. All right, thanks. But you're not giving us Delta? What, are you out of your minds? Like, here's what's happening. Cavs are getting new commanders at the end of August. It would make sense because we've had Delta in the game longer, even though we don't have the Cav commanders to even go with it. We have 2.5 commanders of next-gen SOC combo commanders. That's it. So we desperately need more commanders, and we desperately need another formation upgrade from Delta original to the Delta 2.0. We desperately need that. We were expecting that. And now you're saying, nope, sorry, we're going to give you pincer formation. I know all you infantry simps out there are celebrating like, yeah, that's the way it should be. You guys are already cracked enough. Like, you guys are already at the next level. You guys are already got so many freaking commanders. Like, look at this. Infantry's already got so many freaking Smite commanders. Sun Tzu, Luce, BQ. Like, Mustmax commanders. William Wallace, even CJ. And then you can makeshift, like, Hector and Philip and now Vercingetorix. Like, there's so many Smite commanders. And your pincer is already cracked. I know this because I run the hell out of it. Like, it's already broken. Like, gee whiz, what are we doing, y'all? Cavs desperately need this. So here's the trade-off, and here's my expectation. If you're going to give Pincer 2 in late August, about the time we're going to get new Cav commanders, then those Cav commanders better be so freaking meta, off the charts meta. Like, I got an idea. Give us a Cav commander that's at the power level of Sun Tzu and Chen. They freaking better. If you're not going to give us the new formation, then we demand you overcharge and overpower a Cav new release. Okay? That's what's got to happen. You can't pull this kind of nonsense where you're giving other troop types a better formation or better inscriptions with Pincer 2.0, and then you're just leaving Cavs in the dust. That's nonsense. That's BS. That is not making the game balanced. That's your goal. That's what you said. This is not freaking balanced unless you give us a 3-target, 3,200 combo damage Cav commander for 3 targets and a cracked commander in the field and a cracked rally. You got to give us that too if you're not giving Delta 2.0. Holy jeez. This pisses me off, man. Unbelievable. Like, this nonsense over here, Pincer 2.0, that is nonsense. Delta's been out 9 months longer. Delta doesn't have the combo commanders to even run. Delta is the weakest formation. Unbelievable. Anyways, that's what we're dealing with. Thanks for the announcements, and thanks for rolling this out in August 2026. Hey, everybody save your conversion stones because they make it as expensive AF to go convert everything. We'll talk about that in another video. Okay, down to question 8. There are no gathering accessories. I am not talking about gathering accessories. Sorry, guys. The current pace of preparation season feels rather slow. It does. It definitely does, because now we have to wait a month in between pops. It's great for matchmaking because more kingdoms are going into those matches, but it sucks for waiting way too long. So they say, thank you for the suggestion. Also noticed a lengthy waiting period. Yes, we have lengthy waiting periods. So what they plan to do, okay, we are planning a series of adjustments guided by a single goal. Less waiting, more battles, we believe could create a more engaging and streamlined season experience for all. Awesome. Shortening the preparation season. Okay. We will reduce the unnecessary downtime of the preparation season, allowing governors to enter the next stage of competitive gameplay more quickly. And now they're saying this in the preparation season, off season, I assume, optimizing related content schedules alongside the shorter season duration. We will adjust the timing of related content, including map progression, chronicle milestone, and event opening times to ensure smoother and more cohesive overall experience. Okay, this is massive. This is great. Okay, we all know that we get into KVK and it's so hard. It's so hard because you got to sit there and wait 10 days before a pass opening. You got to sit there and wait a week before Zone 5. You got to sit there and wait 2 weeks if you're in a closed Zone 6, like an HA, my second account's getting ready to go into. You go into a protected Zone 6, and you got to wait like 2 weeks before Pass 7 opens. Like, that stuff's got to change. And so this would be great because we don't need 55-day long KVKs. They need to be about 28 or 30. Just go fight immediately, all right? Go get it done. And that is a big bonus. If they're going to do anything like that to help speed along KVKs, it would be amazing. It would be absolutely amazing. Okay? But getting back to this question 7, I mean, oh my gosh. Sorry to go on a rant there, y'all. That's just how I feel. But appreciate the developers for actually doing this. Appreciate everything that they're doing in the game to try to make this better. At least they're trying to listen to us. And that's what we appreciate. They're going to adjust, obviously, the piloting situation we talk about with KVKs that are coming up. We got all kinds of stuff to do, guys. July and August, it's going to be the summer of fun, man. Summer of Chadsky. I'm going to be streaming so much on my main account here in 606, on my second account in 2359, as that account's in a massive KVK, and we're going to go nuts with the content. So we're bringing back the $10 Flux. Okay, we're bringing back the $10 Flux giveaway when it comes to every video that I do. So put a comment down below. I don't care what comment it is. You can say, I agree with you, Chadsky. You can say, I agree with you that, hey, this update or this face-to-face they're going to do with Pincer 2 sucks. Or you can tell me it's great. I don't care. Put whatever you want down there. I love engaging with you guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And with that being said, y'all have a great day, broskies.